Hi, I'm Scott Tidwell, and today we're going to discuss mouthpieces and everything that entails. This is a mouthpiece. This is what you use to play your musical instrument, primarily a brass instrument. Uh, Trumpets, cornets, French horns, trombones, baritones, euphoniums, tubas, sousaphones all use this type of mouthpiece right here. This particular one is a Shilke 40. It's a trombone, baritone mouthpiece. Baritones and trombones and euphoniums use the same mouthpiece, similar, different sizes. The basics. Now, there's more to the basics of a part of the parts of a mouthpiece. There's more to the parts of a mouthpiece than what I'm going to tell you, but I'm just going to give you the three basic things you are looking for. This up here at the top is called the rim, and that's where you place your lips on whenever you put your mouthpiece into the lead pipe of your horn. And this is what it sounds like. All right. Now, then this little part here, this is the cup, and they come in various sizes. And then finally, the last main part is the shank. Now, there's more parts to it as well. There's part called the throat, the bore, and the back bore. You can look up all that other stuff on Google parts of a mouthpiece, and you'll find various pictures of it. Now, that's what you do with that's the parts of a mouthpiece. Now, I'm going to show you a few other different mouthpieces that I have, and they come in various materials. Well, mostly metal or plastic. Now, this is what I'm showing you. This one's a metal, and this is a solid metal one. All right. Now, the next three that I'm going to show you are plastic or Lexan. These first two are made by a company in Wisconsin called Kelly Mouthpieces. They're very good. If you notice, the cup is a lot smaller than than the metal one. And this is a 6.5. This is a 6.5 AL. Now they come in different sizes. 6.5 AL is the smallest size. Shilke 40 or a 40. That's one of the bigger sizes. They range all the way up. I forgot exactly what the whole range is, but they come in various sizes, and they do various things. There's custom made ones. You can have one custom made to suit your specifications, and they get expensive. Now, price wise, they range from about $21, $22 for a plastic one like this to about $80, $100, $130. I've seen them go up to, almost $1,000. It just varies. Some of the custom ones you'll probably end up paying on the higher end. Now, if you're just starting out, find you a good either buy you a Kelly mouthpiece or go somewhere and find you a good used mouthpiece. Now, what you'd have to do whenever you get a used mouthpiece is you got to make sure to clean it up, because what you do is you run it through some lukewarm water. Get a wire brush. If you don't have, they make special brushes called mouthpiece brushes. You can get them at any music store. Uh, you can get a. They have wire brushes, and you can scrub the inside of it. Make sure you're using lukewarm water. Just scrub it. Uh, Wipe it down. Maybe you might want to use. You might. Some of these are silver. So most of these are stainless steel, I believe. So, well, they got some high quality ones that are stainless steel. These are just your basic metal. You know, not aluminum, but they're a pretty decent metal. So you can use just kind of clean them up, get it cleaned up and everything. What I like about the plastic ones is you can clean those up real quick and fast. You can just run some water through there. Maybe even run if you don't have a wire brush or anything like that, or if you can't get a wire brush, use a Q-tip. But make sure that you wash it out again, or use an old rag or something like that. An old rag that you can get down thin enough to get through, or just a part of a rag. Something you're going to throw away. A paper towel, even. A paper towel would probably be better if you don't have a brush. And so this one, and then I have another plastic one. This in here in particular, if you notice, it's different. It's different from this one here by a lot. Notably, the rim on this one is thinner. The cup it's deeper on this one as opposed to on this one, and the shank is a little bit thinner on this one as opposed to on this one. Now there's different types of shanks out there, by the way. There's a large shank and the small shank. A lot of your American instruments, American school band instruments, most of those are going to have the small shank. Your European instruments are the ones that usually have the larger shank, and all that is just and the lead pipes are bigger and everything. Like I said, if all else fails, read up a little more on this. Google it if you have to and everything. I'll probably even throw some links in here. Throw some links in on the description of this at the end of it. Feel free to comment on any of this stuff and everything. Now, the next question is for a lot of people. Let me tell you what this one sounds like. That's what this one sounds like. The Kelly mouthpiece sounds like this. This one here, the 3D mouthpiece, the hole is a lot more narrow. Throat. And this one here has a lot better, not as narrow. It's a little more opened up. You can, this one here feels really tight to try to push air through. And you can tell the difference right there, couldn't you? This one here, I was using the same amount of air, and it came out like this. And then I use this air. And then as opposed to the metal one. And that's that. Now, a question that a lot of people ask, or a lot of people have asked, and there's discussion groups on this online, on different trombone forums, baritone forums, brass forums of all sorts. Metal or plastic? Now, you have a lot of people out there who are die-hard metal mouthpiece all the way. It doesn't matter how cold it gets, how hot it gets. Stick with the metal mouthpiece. Doesn't matter. Now, you have a lot of people that think, well, no, plastic mouthpieces are the best way to go. They're cheaper, they're this, they're that. And up north of me, I live in Texas, so up north of us, they use plastic mouthpieces quite a bit. Matter of fact, back in the 80s and stuff, they had plastic coated metal mouthpieces, where the only part of the metal that was showing was the shank. And you have to use you have to use a plastic mouthpiece up there, otherwise your lips will freeze to the mouthpiece. They could freeze to the mouthpiece. But to me, I think it's whatever you're most comfortable with. Now, in the plastic mouthpieces, they do have ones with deeper cups than what they have here. You go look at kellymouthpieces.com. There's like a little shameless plug for them, but they have these in various sizes. And if you play, no matter what brass instrument you play. Matter of fact, I've even seen that they've even gotten into clarinet mouthpieces, woodwinds, woodwind mouthpieces that you can use different colored woodwind mouthpieces and everything. They've gotten into that. They also have stainless steel mouthpieces that they sell as well. But that's just one company I know about. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of other ones out there who have started in the last few years. But this is amazing how much things have changed, gotten in the last 10, 20, 25 years. When I started out, they didn't have a lot of these plastic mouthpieces like this. It was plastic covered metal mouthpiece, like I said. But so whatever you're most comfortable with and whatever you can afford. If you can afford to get you a Kelly mouthpiece, get you one. If you can afford to get you a high priced metal mouthpiece, go for it. Now there's some different metal mouthpieces that are a lot cheaper in price. Under $100, under $50, even. It also depends on what you're going to be using your horn to do. Are you going to play it? Are you going to play professionally? Are you going to play amateur? Now, a lot of professionals probably would frown highly on using a plastic one all the time. But you know what? If you're going to use a plastic one, but if you're not going to be going into, doing professional orchestral work and everything, then go with this. Like I said, also, you could find used ones, just clean them up. Nothing major on that. Well, that's about all the time we have for today. Y'all have a good day. Feel free to like this and share it as much as you can. And I hope it was informative. Have a great evening.